Welcome to Easy Pace English, the place where English is learned calmly with simple stories and relaxing practice. In today's video, we'll learn English by hearing the true story of one of the greatest moments in human history, the moon landing. This story is told in slow, clear English so you can improve your listening and enjoy real history at the same time. Let's begin. The Moon Landing Story. Learn English with real history, easy listening. A long time ago, people looked up at the sky and dreamed about visiting the moon. For thousands of years, the moon was a mystery. The story of the moon landing begins with a race, the space race. In the 1950s and 60s, two powerful countries, the United States and the Soviet Union, were in competition. They both wanted to be the first to explore space. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first satellite, Sputnik, into space. Then, in 1961, they sent the first human, Yuri Gagarin, into orbit. The United States wanted to catch up. So in 1961, President John F. Kennedy made a promise. He said that, before the end of the decade, America would send a man to the moon and bring him back safely. This promise was the start of the Apollo program. NASA, the American Space Agency, began building rockets, training astronauts, and preparing for the most difficult mission in human history. Many missions were needed before reaching the moon. There were tests, mistakes, and challenges. But on July 16, 1969, the dream became real. The rocket called Saturn V launched from Florida. It carried the Apollo 11 spacecraft with three astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. The trip to the moon took about 3 days. Michael Collins stayed in the command module orbiting the moon, while Armstrong and Aldrin went down in a small craft called the Eagle. On July 20th, 1969, the Eagle landed on the surface of the moon. The world was watching. Millions of people listened on the radio and watched on black and white TVs. Then something incredible happened. Neil Armstrong stepped outside. He climbed down the ladder and put his foot on the moon. At that moment, he said the famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." It was the first time a human had ever walked on another world. Buzz Aldrin joined him. The two astronauts spent about 2.5 hours walking on the moon. They took pictures, collected rocks, and placed a U.S. flag. They also left a message from all of humanity and a plaque that said, "We came in peace for all mankind." Meanwhile, Michael Collins stayed alone in space, circling the moon, waiting for them to return. When the moonwalk was complete, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the Eagle, then rejoined Collins. The Apollo 11 crew flew back to Earth and landed safely in the ocean on July 24, 1969. People all around the world celebrated. The moon landing was not just an American success, it was a moment for all people. It showed that with courage, teamwork, and imagination, we could do amazing things. Since that day, only 12 people have walked on the moon, all part of the Apollo missions. No one has been back since 1972, but new missions are being planned now. The moon landing taught us many things. It taught us how to solve problems, how to survive in space, and how to dream bigger than ever before. It inspired books, movies, inventions, and future generations. And most of all, it reminded us that even the biggest dreams can come true if we work together. And now you've practiced your English with the story of one of the most inspiring events in human history. That is the story of the moon landing. Thank you for listening to Easy Pace English. We hope the story helped you practice English and learn something new in a calm, relaxing way. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. And remember, Learning English is not a race. It's a journey. We'll see you in the next story. Goodbye for now.